Our sources even outline this really clearly with a 6-point zoo loop for a typical high school player. It's a scenario that I think is so relatable. It perfectly captures these common frustrations with conventional basketball. As I walk through these points, I want you listening to honestly ask yourself, how much of this sounds familiar? How many points hit a little too close to home? Okay, let's start with point one, dread. You wake up, and throughout the day, this quiet sense of dread just starts to build. You spend all day thinking about and often actively dreading going to practice.
Yeah, that feeling.
You know what's coming, right? Same drills, same hierarchy, maybe that same feeling of being overlooked or undervalued.
Mhm.
It feels like an obligation, this heavy weight, not that excitement that first pulled you into basketball. This internal resistance, it just sets a negative tone for the whole day, drains your energy before you even touch a ball. Then you get to point two, compliance without joy. You're there. You're at practice, physically present, doing exactly what the coach tells you. Run the drills, follow the system, execute the plays, check, check, check. You're playing basketball, technically speaking. But that passion, the fire that burns so bright, it feels smothered,
Yeah, just going through the motions.
replaced by just like rigid adherence to someone else's plan. You're a cog in their machine, following orders. But the joy, the creativity, the actual fun of the game, it's often just gone. Feels like a chore, not your calling. And then, maybe the toughest one for a lot of players, point three, unfulfilled potential on game day. Game day finally comes. There's that little flicker of hope, right? Maybe today's the day. But then reality sinks in. You don't play as much as you want, and when you do get those precious minutes, you don't play like you want to.
Yeah.
Or maybe even like you can.
Because you're worried about messing up.
Exactly. You're forced into a role that doesn't showcase your skills, or you're so scared of making a mistake and getting pulled.
Yeah.
You play cautiously. You play safe. So another chance to be a star, to really shine, to show what you can do, it just passes by. You're left with that empty feeling, that ache of what could have been,
Yeah.
what you know you're capable of. After the game, or maybe even during it sometimes, you hit point four, questioning purpose. This nagging, unsettling voice inside starts asking why. Why keep doing this? Why put in all this effort, all this time, endure the dread, the lack of joy, the frustration, when you're clearly not going anywhere on your terms, not getting any closer to your dream of fame and fortune?
It's a deep doubt, isn't it? It chips away at you.
Totally. Erodes your confidence, leaves you feeling kind of lost.
Oh.
But then there's this interesting contrast in point five. Love for the game outside the system, away from the team, the structure, the coach, when you're just playing pickup with your buddies at the park,
Yeah.
or practicing alone in the gym, working on your crossover, just you and the ball.
Yeah, the joy comes back.
It does. Something magical happens. The fun returns, the creativity flows, that pure love for basketball ignites again. And this huge contrast makes you ask, why is it so drastically different with the team? Why does this organized system, which is supposed to develop players, seem to drain the very thing that lights you up, leaves you feeling less like a player and more like, I don't know, a dutiful employee punching the clock? And finally, you land at point six, false hope and repetition. Despite all the frustrations, all the doubts, you keep clinging to that dream of playing professionally, and you often believe, or maybe you're told, that you absolutely need to do well on this team in this specific system to make it to the next level.
That's the trap, the belief that this is the only way.
Right? It's reinforced by coaches, parents, maybe even just your own assumptions. It keeps you stuck. It convinces you that the only path forward is the one you're already on, even when it's clearly, demonstrably not working for you. And then, boom. The cycle resets. You're right back at point one, dreading the next practice, stuck in that endless loop that offers zero real progress towards your personal, ambitious goals. It's like a treadmill, not a launch pad.
And if we connect this whole zoo loop, as you called it, to the bigger picture, it really highlights a fundamental systemic flaw in how conventional basketball is often designed. From day one, from that very first tryout, the traditional team structure, it rarely, if ever, genuinely asks the individual player, hey, what do you want to achieve?
Right.
What's your ultimate dream for this game? And how can we...